This week on True Talker for Life, we are talking about our pet peeves, and I'm going to try and keep this as short as humanly possible.
Pet peeve number 1.
I sometimes have trouble with some of the people in the otaku community itself. I have no problem with pronouncing things correctly, but there are a lot of factors that go into how things are pronounced from sub to dub. One being, we have an accent. I mean, that is inevitable. We have an accent. Get over it. I mean, you drive just 200 miles south and you run into people who will say things that don't sound anything like you. That's just the way it is. I mean, you have an accent. So, it bugs me. But I have a personal experience, which is why this really bugs me, is about a month ago, I did a review about Death Note. You can find the link down there to the review, if you haven't seen it already. And one of my otaku friends in the comments started to correct me, saying, you didn't pronounce L right, you didn't pronounce Ryuk right, you didn't pronounce Yagami right. And so she goes, L, it's not L, it's Eru. And so I proceeded to explain to her that Eru is how they say the word, or say the letter L in Japanese. English says it L. Spanish, which is something that I'm fluent in, says L. And it's just the way that they say the letter. Most people don't know that. Most people don't understand that concept unless they've studied another language. I've studied tons of languages. I know conversationally, I know English, Spanish, and French. But I have studied Norwegian, some Japanese, some Chinese, not a whole lot, nowhere near conversational. I know certain rules, kinds of things. And so splitting hairs like that really bugs me.
Pet peeve number 2.
This one is gonna get me a lot of hate. I'm sorry in advance. I don't like the shoujo demographic. I don't. There are some that I do like. I like Fruits Basket. From what I've read, I will like Immortal Rain. And from what I've read, I would probably like Fushigi Yugi. I haven't seen or read Fushigi Yugi yet, but it's on my list, as is Immortal Rain. However, those storylines actually have substance. Most shoujos do not. In my opinion, most shoujos have absolutely no substance other than a teenage girl pining over a teenage boy, and most of it is teenage drama crap. I'm sorry, but I'm 23, almost 24 now. I need substance. I need adult relationships. Those of you who are a lot younger and like shoujo, that's great. Continue liking that stuff. I mean, that's fantastic if you like it. And I'm not trying to downplay, I'm not trying to make it sound stupid. But for me, it just feels a lot more immature than my maturity level as I stand right now. But at the same time, there are a lot of shonens that I don't like as well. I mean, I prefer actually seinens, to be completely honest. Seinen, or older shonens, like Samurai Deeper Kyo, Death Note, Trigun. Older shonens. But for the most part, if it's a senseless fighting, I don't like that either. I don't like the senseless fighting. But for the most part, shoujo makes me want to hurl.
Number 3.
Another reason I don't like shoujo is actually my number 3 pet peeve. I hate the way women are portrayed in anime and manga. There are some exceptions, just like I said for the last one, there are some exceptions. You have like Sango from Inuyasha, you've got pretty much any of the girls from When They Cry, Yuya from Samurai Deeper Kyo. You've got a few exceptions. But for the most part, women are usually portrayed as either whiny or slutty. And that irritates me because not all women are whiny. I'm trying my hardest not to be whiny right now. I can get whiny, but that's not because I'm a girl, but just because I'm in a bad mood. So either women are always having their time of the month, or women are basically sex objects. And just, obviously the Japanese don't have very good view of women. That's all I'm saying.
See you guys next week.